What's going on, guys? Nick here, and in this video I want to discuss my experiences with biohacking. Now, I'm a big fan of using myself as a guinea pig to test things, okay? So I like to kind of experiment with different compounds, different supplements, different nootropics, different just ways of being, essentially, and like doing things differently than the average person. I've gotten plastic surgery, I've taken all sorts of different supplements, all sorts of different smart drugs, all sorts of like different hallucinogens and like drugs in general, just as a test to see what would happen, and then record my results. So in particular, I've been really interested in biohacking for a long time and altering my brain connections and neuroplasticity and circuitry, essentially reprogramming myself to just be more social, less inhibited, more intelligent, have better like impulse control, better willpower, focus, memory, etc. And one thing that I've been using every single day for about 14 months straight is modafinil. Modafinil is not necessarily considered a stimulant like Adderall or caffeine or nicotine, but it's its own class of drug. It's more of a wakefulness drug. It was initially used on fighter pilots, so fighter pilots were able to fly for longer hours when they were given modafinil, and for about 12 hours straight, it increases your wakefulness, alright, your focus, your cognitive ability. In cases of narcolepsy, it's primarily used as a wakefulness drug, to prevent people from falling asleep. But I believe, and from my own personal experience, that it does more than just promote wakefulness. It really rewires the circuitry in your brain and the connectivity, and different parts of your brain, I feel like, get permanently strengthened. It's almost like steroids for your brain. My impulse control has seriously improved. Like, my ability to just think rationally and use critical thinking has skyrocketed compared to who I used to be. I was more impulsive and more spur of the moment, less skilled at like critical thinking and just thinking out consequences. And now I'm significantly better just sitting down, seeing things for what they really are, and how to effectively get over obstacles and situations, and just find solutions easily. My critical thinking has went way up to the point where I can easily sympathize with anyone and see their viewpoints. I'm pretty good at seeing people's motives now and reading people. Online, I've read studies that using modafinil long term can actually strengthen your amygdala, so people are less impulsive, less emotional, and more of a logical state of mind. And I'm not going to compare it to being like a sociopath, because I'm not a sociopath, but it allows you to just have this calmness, this almost like superpower calmness, where for the most part you don't lose your shit, you don't lose your cool, and you can just analyze situations effortlessly. And in game, this is really effective because you're really present in the moment and you can really take in conversation. And my memory is just like significantly better than it's ever been. So I can remember, what girls tell me. I can remember things from my past that I can bring up in conversation or stories or whatever. Just like witty lines or like just interesting facts or whatever. Like, it's just made me more articulate too. Like, my language is improved, my vocabulary is improved, and I just almost feel like my IQ's like been raised. And I feel like these are permanent changes that otherwise would not have happened had I not started using modafinil. But I was coming out of a really messy breakup, and I was seriously depressed, and I didn't know which direction to turn to. I was so lost in life, incredibly emotional, and just didn't know what to do or how to do it necessarily. And I'm just like, you know what? I need a little boost. Fuck it. I'm just going to start taking it daily. Which I was prescribed it, by the way, for chronic fatigue syndrome. But out of fear, I never bothered to take it consistently. I would just take it on days where I felt especially tired. But pretty much I've just been tired, steady, and had like shit sleeps. And I never knew why. Doctors never knew why. So a sleep clinic prescribed me with modafinil way back. And I would just inconsistently use it. But it's been about 14 months straight, and I do feel like a new person. Like, I don't even recognize myself. Looking back at old videos that are like 14 months old, it's like looking at a different person. Like, my personality's completely shifted. It's much easier to sit down and like read a book all the way through, sit down and construct a game plan, business ideas, just go out and game with no fear. All I have is like logical thinking. I can deconstruct situations effortlessly and see, like, out of the shittiest situations, okay, what can I do to resolve this? What can I do to get myself out of this bullshit? Whereas before, I would just be more inclined to lose my shit, and just snap and just be emotional and be like completely inhibited from my emotions, like just overpowering me. So if you're an overly emotional person and you lack logic and critical thinking, or you don't use it enough, Modafinil has seriously been helpful. I've become like a smarter person. I feel like my memory's a lot better, and my mood's significantly better too. I just feel like what it does is it prevents the reuptake of dopamine in your brain. So it kind of holds more dopamine in your brain, preventing it from like, dissipating. I'm not sure if I had bipolar or something, but like I've had depressive episodes and I've had like minor episodes. But what it's done is it kind of made me even now. There's no highs and lows, it's just pretty much the same. And yeah, it's had a profound impact on me. Seriously ask your doctor about this. I'm not recommending you use this compound. It's very powerful, but it can definitely do a lot of good if it's meant for you and your doctor recommends it. By all means, I think it could change your life.